How are you?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
Good.
Good to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you. Nice
Yeah.
to finally meet you.
Absolutely.
All right. Wait a minute. Here I used my wicked sense of utmost professionalism to figure out that this amazing guy wasn't sitting in the right angle for the camera to get him, so we switched places. Sorry. Rookie mistake. All right, so could you please introduce yourself and tell us about your role at Textron?
Yeah. My name is Mohammad Khalil. I'm a senior at Wichita State University, majoring in mechanical engineering, bachelor's in mechanical engineering. I'm a current co-op at Textron Aviation, and my direct title is Engineering Analyst Co-op. So,
Engineering Analyst Co-op.
correct. So that's kind of
Fancy.
my title. It's pretty much under the structures group though.
Right,
So engineering.
right. How would you describe the creative aspects of your job at Textron?
So, I would consider working for Textron is a pretty creative field of work. That's because Textron is an OEM, and so they make their own products.
Right.
And to do that,
You need creative people.
you need creative people, but it's also because you start from scratch.
Right.
So if you make your own product, you're starting from scratch, and it takes a lot to do that. It takes a lot of creativity, creative people, and so on and so forth. Because every day you deal with something different, so it's not the same thing every single day,
Right.
or over a long scale of time. It's not the same thing. You're always prescribed different tasks, different
And responsibilities.
responsibilities, and so every day is different.
Okay. So tell me, what tools, software, or resources do you use to support your creativity or creative work with Textron?
Some softwares we use are Nastran, which is a engineering tool that we use to model things. And in this case, aircraft, right?
So tell me, in what ways has Textron encouraged you to push the boundaries of creativity in your role?
So Textron Aviation is a big company.
It is.
And as a co-op working for Textron, there's a lot of room to move up, to grow within the company. Yep.
Right.
So that's kind of my motivation. Working for Textron is there's always room for improving, for moving and leveling up, and so I always take that advantage and go for it. So I kind of consider it my motivation, and working for Textron is a great opportunity for anybody.
So tell me, is it like fancy enough for a co-op at Textron? Like, is your workplace, like, are you comfortable in your workplace? Is everyone cooperating? Are you all working like a one hand to be creative every day?
Yeah, you asked me if it's fancy. I would consider it so, and that is because Textron is a big company. With big companies come big, great things. They provide for their own employees a lot of things as well, for their customers, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's a big campus that we work on. I work on the west side of Wichita.
Right.
It's also nice because when you work for Textron at that specific location, it's near the airport, and so as you're walking in and out of the building, or even if you're inside the building, you'll notice a lot of airplanes just flying over you, and it's
you hear them,
all sorts of airplanes.
and that's what you're passionate about.
Absolutely.
Right. I have an interesting question. Can you share any upcoming projects or developments at Textron that highlight the creative side?
Confidentiality.
Right. Yeah, that's what's up. All right. So as in co-op for Textron, and you haven't even graduated yet, what advice would you give to those who are in the same field that could maybe later on work for Textron or any other big companies?
Sure. I think the biggest advice I would give people that are in the same, majoring in the same field is that if you have love for aviation and you go for aviation, nothing will stop you. Nothing. That's just because your love is there for it and your aspiration is aviation. I think the biggest advice I would give for anybody that steps foot in the door of the field of engineering in general or the aviation is that it's very early on. It's all just going to grow from here, and there's a lot of opportunities out there, especially here at Wichita State, in Wichita, Kansas, especially in aviation. It's very well known, air capital of the world.
Capital, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I can keep going on and on and on, but
so that's a big statement you had. That's a big statement you had. Nothing will stop you.
Yep.
Right. Right. I think that is all for today.
All right.
Thank you very much.
It's a
Thank
pleasure.
you very much.
Thank you for all this opportunity.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for letting us interview you.
Absolutely.
I hope you're the best at Textron.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.